An enduring colossus, whispers of glory, echoes of brutality, the Colosseum stands, a sentinel of time, a monument to the heights of human ambition and the depths of human cruelty. Its scarred stones whisper tales of emperors and slaves, of gladiators and wild beasts. They tell of the roar of the crowd, hungry for spectacle. They echo with the clash of steel, the cries of the fallen. This is the Colosseum, Rome's amphitheater of glory and gore, a place where history unfolds in the shadow of empire. The Colosseum's story is a tapestry woven with threads of architectural genius and unfathomable brutality. It is a monument to the captivating power of entertainment and a stark reminder of the human capacity for violence. To understand the Colosseum is to grapple with the complexities of the Roman world. It is to confront the contradictions of a civilization that soared to great heights and yet stumbled in the shadows of its own creation. From marshland to monument, the birth of a giant. Before the Colosseum graced the Roman skyline, the land was a marshy expanse. It lay in the shadow of the opulent Domus Aurea, Nero's sprawling palace. This emperor, known for his excesses, had claimed a vast swathe of the city. He left his mark on Rome with a grandiose vision and a legacy of tyranny. After Nero's death, the land was reclaimed for the people.
I sought to solidify my power and erase the memory of my predecessor. What better way than to construct a monument for the masses?
And so in 70 AD, the construction of the Flavian amphitheater began. This colossal undertaking would later be known as the Colosseum. Tens of thousands of slaves, prisoners of war, toiled under the scorching sun. They quarried the travertine stone, hauled immense blocks and shaped them with astonishing precision. The Colosseum rose tier by tier, a testament to Roman engineering. It was a symbol of imperial might, built on the backs of the enslaved. Blood and sand gladiators in the arena of fate. The Colosseum was more than just a building. It was a stage set for the most brutal form of entertainment imaginable, gladiatorial combat. From across the Roman Empire, men and sometimes women were brought to fight. Some were slaves, sold into a life of violence. Others were prisoners of war, seeking a chance at survival, however slim. And some were free men, drawn by the allure of fame and fortune.
We trained in brutal schools, honing our skills with a variety of weapons. Each type of gladiator had a unique fighting style. There were the heavily armored Myrmilones, the nimble Retiarii with their nets and tridents, and the swift Thraces. We fought before the emperor and the masses.
The air crackled with anticipation as these warriors faced off. Some fought with skill and courage, desperate to survive another day. Others met their end on the blood-soaked sand, their stories lost to the sands of time. Beyond the sword, the spectacle of the hunt and the terror of execution. The Colosseum's arena was not only a stage for gladiatorial combat, it was a place where the exotic collided with the macabre. The Roman thirst for spectacle knew no bounds. Wild animal hunts known as venationes were a regular occurrence. Elephants from Africa, lions from the Sahara, tigers from the distant east, all were brought to the Colosseum. They were paraded before the crowds, then released into the arena.
The hunts were a display of Roman dominance over the natural world. They were also a gruesome spectacle, with both animals and men often meeting a grisly end.
The Colosseum also served as a public execution ground. Criminals, often those who had run afoul of the state, were condemned to die for the entertainment of the masses.
Some were beheaded, others thrown to wild beasts. The executions were a stark reminder of the power of the Roman state and the consequences of defying it.
They were a chilling testament to the brutality that lay at the heart of Roman society. Bred in circuses, the Colosseum's grip on the Roman soul. The Colosseum was not merely a venue for violence, it was a powerful tool of social control. The Roman poet Juvenal famously coined the phrase bread and circuses. He referred to the way in which the Roman government appeased the masses. They provided free grain and lavish spectacles.
The Colosseum, with its gladiatorial games, wild animal hunts, and public executions, was the embodiment of these circuses. By providing these distractions, the emperors ensured the populace remained content. They were less likely to question the regime or rise up in dissent.
The Colosseum became the heart of Roman social life. It was a place where people from all walks of life came together. They shared in the excitement, the thrill of victory, and the horror of defeat. The games fostered a sense of shared identity, uniting the Roman people under the banner of the empire. But this unity came at a price. It was built on a foundation of violence and the exploitation of both human and animal life. Emperors and empires' power plays in the shadow of the Colosseum. The Colosseum was inextricably linked to the emperors who ruled Rome. It was a symbol of their power and prestige, a stage upon which they could showcase their wealth and generosity. Emperors used the Colosseum to bolster their popularity. They hosted lavish games, sponsoring gladiators and exotic animal hunts. They showered the crowds with gifts, further cementing their image as benevolent rulers. The Colosseum also served as a platform for political maneuvering. Emperors could use the games to promote their agendas. They could silence their opponents through carefully orchestrated displays of power. The construction and renovation of the Colosseum itself were often used as tools of propaganda. Each emperor sought to leave his mark on the monument, adding new features or restoring those damaged by time and disaster. The Colosseum, in its grandeur and its brutality, became a microcosm of the Roman Empire itself. A colossus in slumber, the long decline of Rome's arena. As the Roman Empire waned, so too did the fortunes of the Colosseum. The decline was gradual, spanning centuries. It mirrored the slow unraveling of Roman power. The cost of maintaining the Colosseum and staging the lavish games became increasingly burdensome. In the 4th century AD, Emperor Honorius outlawed gladiatorial combat on the grounds of its brutality. While other forms of entertainment continued for a time, the Colosseum gradually fell into disuse. Natural disasters, including earthquakes and fires, took their toll on the once mighty structure. By the Middle Ages, the Colosseum had been largely abandoned, its once gleaming marble stripped away for use in other buildings. It became a source of building materials, its stones repurposed for palaces and churches. The Colosseum, once a symbol of Rome's power, stood as a haunting reminder of the empire's mortality. A phoenix of stone, the Colosseum's rebirth in the modern age. Despite its long decline, the Colosseum never truly faded from memory. It remained a potent symbol of Rome's past, attracting artists, writers, and travelers. During the Renaissance, there was a renewed interest in classical antiquity. The Colosseum once again became a source of fascination. Artists like Michelangelo and Piranesi were drawn to its ruined grandeur. They captured its evocative power in their sketches and paintings.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, archaeological excavations began to reveal the secrets buried beneath the Colosseum's sands. These discoveries sparked a wave of restoration efforts aimed at preserving the monument for future generations. The Colosseum, once left to crumble, was slowly brought back from the brink.
A legacy etched in stone confronting the duality of the Colosseum. Today, the Colosseum stands as one of the most recognizable landmarks on Earth. Millions of visitors flock to Rome each year to marvel at its scale and grandeur. It has become a symbol not only of ancient Rome, but of Italy itself. Its image graces countless postcards, souvenirs, and travel brochures, but the Colosseum's legacy is a complex one. It is a monument to architectural genius, a testament to the ingenuity and engineering prowess of the Roman people.
Yet it is also a stark reminder of the brutality of the Roman world, a place where human and animal suffering was a source of entertainment. To confront the Colosseum is to confront the duality of human nature. It is to acknowledge our capacity for both great good and great evil. It is a reminder that even the most advanced civilizations can harbor a dark heart, and that the pursuit of entertainment and spectacle can come at a terrible cost.
The Colosseum's whisper, a timeless reminder, a universal story. The Colosseum stands, a silent witness to the rise and fall of an empire. Its stones whisper tales of triumph and tragedy, of cruelty and courage. It is a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It echoes through the ages, shaping our present and our future. The Colosseum's story is a universal one. It speaks to the human fascination with spectacle. It warns of the dangers of unchecked power. It urges us to confront the darker aspects of our nature. As we stand in the shadow of this colossus, we are reminded of the enduring power of the past. We are challenged to learn from the mistakes of those who came before us, and to strive to build a future where the echoes of violence are replaced by the sounds of peace and understanding. The Colosseum's whisper is a call to remember, to reflect, and to choose a different path.